to upset those plans. Sprinting from Australia, we've got Zoysus. She's going toe-to-toe with Hurt. Could be anyone's game at this point. Heavy hit to the face. Zoysus shakes it off like it's nothing. Fair play to her. That was a big hit, and I think that almost went under her face guard there. That could have been very dangerous. These women are tough. It will take more than that to stop these players in their tracks. Australia wastes no time inputting players into the zone. In goes Cochrane, in goes Hewitt, in goes Barkley with a cannon. Opportunity now, off the bar. That's unfortunate for the Australians. That was a perfect opportunity to get one on the board early. Ooh, now trying to look for the paddle foul. It's not given, unfortunately. GB on the counter-attack. Hurt has vanished over the horizon. McCullough follows it up. DeMol, one of the preferred shooters, coming in. They're going to have to recycle this all the way out. McNamara comes in. Has a go with a left-handed cannon, just tipped off, and a huge cheer from the Australian contingent now with a counter-attack. Both of these teams know that this is all to play for. Zoysus on her own is being met at the border by Hurt. Over the top finds Cochrane. Loopy pass over, very nice control, stopped dead in its tracks by Fletcher. What a game of polo that is unfolding in front of us here today. Oh, now this is most definitely obstruction. That's really unfortunate. Just a lapse in judgment from GB's part there regarding who's going for it. If you are stopping an opponent from going for the ball, you have to be going for the ball yourself. You cannot stop someone from going for the ball while your teammate picks it up. That is obstruction in canoe polo. Ball over the top. Again, these loopy passes. I'm wondering if GB can try and capitalize on the high lob pass and just meet the ball where it lands. Lovely work from McNamara. Sprints away. She's got 3 boats on her tail. Needs a friend, really. She just needs to hold this. Tees up with Steele. Steele moved summarily out of the way by Hurt. McCullough has a shot. Absolute monster from Erin McCullough, I believe of 4th Canoe Club. 4th Canoe Club. Very, very nice people and very good for the sport. I believe they hosted me very graciously when I went up for the Edinburgh Canal Festival. Good to see representation here live in Deqing. GB now on the defensive. Hewitt and Milevska go in to punch some holes. They're compressing this zone on this right-hand side. Clues on the top, trying to close up that gap being opened up. In goes, ooh, that's a wayward pass. DeMol over the top. Finds Hussin. That's really unfortunate for GB. Now one-on-one with the keeper. No, called back to the illegal kayak tackle. A blessing for GB. Great pass up from McNamara. Clues all the way back out to McNamara. Just slowing things down here. A whopping 45 seconds left on the shot clock. Plenty of time. Hurt absolutely mollering Barkley out of the zone, opening up that space for that beautiful, beautiful goal. Lob pass in from GB. There we are, confirmation on the screen there. Poppy Clues for Great Britain takes GB 2 goals out in front. Cochrane and Zoysus into the zone to try and open up some space on this near side. Being held firm by Hussin and DeMol. Full commitment to the attack from the Australians. They need to be sure they're not caught on the break here. They need to hit this GB zone with some speed if they're going to find any sort of real estate in front of Evie McNamara. Australia just needing to find a little bit more of a game plan here. That's not it. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Clues goes out to cause some trouble. Big shot coming in now. Beautiful save by McNamara, just tipped over the top of the bar. Corner move from GB, so we're going to see them covering the ball and the nearest pass. We're just going to see the ball go lobbed over the top. There it goes. The left scat with a screamer, deflected away, leaning on the boat. Hassan's hand goes up. She knows that's a fair cop. Pass inside the zone. Demal turns the ball over. Finds Hassan. Hassan on her own. If no one goes to meet her, she will take this all the way. Oh, beautiful little 1-2. Hassan to Hurt. Hurt, back of the net. Great Britain 3, Australia 0. Now, as mentioned earlier, these teams did have a draw earlier in the competition. I think GB apparently looked to put that behind them now. Australia need to take this to heart and remember, they have drawn against this team. They can go toe-to-toe with the Brits. They do need to hit them with speed, and this attack needs to be starting far out, especially if GB are going to be pushing out. Looks like they've decided to do. Happy to chase. Lob ball over the top, needs to find some more speed. Kept under control skillfully, and one-on-one shot with the keeper. Off the bar. Hurt takes control, manages to find Fletcher over the front to Demal. Someone needs to go and hit Demal. Clues not quite getting hands to it. McNamara looking to put steel in the drink. The Australian supporters absolutely going ballistic. Well controlled there by Demal. Fletcher up to McNamara. McNamara with Hewitt on her tail. Clues needs to take control of this and just reset this ball all the way out. GB just compressing this zone on this near side for presumably a run in by Clues, number 8. So they're going to pivot around the back here. Demal, in goes Clues. Sails clean over her head. Zoitsis finds herself under fire by Hurt. Good push. That's surely off. Incredible defensive work by Jessie Hurt. Hurt goes in to join Fletcher and opening up some space. Meanwhile, her teammates will move this ball around the outside of the zone. In goes Clues. Swatted away. I think the passing just needing to be not through that Australian zone because Steele very much happy to disrupt things from the position at the top. Corner goes short. Oh my goodness. Oh, off the top bar. Great attempt by Clues. McNamara looks to take control here, manages to skin past Hewitt to take this one back for GB. Over to Hurt. 38 seconds left on the shot clock. Hurt pushes in to make some mess. Clues is in, not quite finding hands. Steele on her tail, kept under control. Oh, I've said that too soon. Australia, questionable. It's not even questionable, that's inexcusable. Big shout from the Australian side who are out in force. They are not having any of it. Barkley into Steele, stopped. Off for a corner. Shot clock is now game clock. What a game of polo we've got on our hands here, folks. Milevska takes it short. A well-timed kayak tackle sends the ball well loose. McCullough goes to go and harangue the Australians. Zoit says, ooh, that's really unfortunate. Anyone who's played polo for any great length of time knows that thunk of a boat, and the heart just sinks. Hurt manages to keep control. Again, Poppy Clues just not quite finding her mark with the ball. GB pushing out just to try and hold the Australians at bay. The score at halftime here on pitch 4, GB 3, Australia 0. Absolutely fantastic from both sides. Australia certainly looking a little bit more like the side that went toe-to-toe with the Brits on day 1. I would love to see that continue in this second half. I'm hoping they will take that performance to heart and they will realise that this is eminently doable for them. GB, to their credit, when their passes have been tight, they have managed to keep those passing opportunities open and have had some incredible runs into the zone, and the scoreline definitely reflects that. While they're on the screen, they have been managing to train monthly. They were partially funded, but they've had to heavily invest themselves to get their kit and persons all the way to the other side of the world here in Deqing. I think worth noting, this is a young team, but they have huge potential for the future. So very exciting to see. Chatting about the Australians quickly while they're on the screen. They have fundraised with every method imaginable, including raffles and barbecues to get here. The cost to these players representing their country is astronomical. Their training camps apparently were held in Brisbane, Queensland, as it was much warmer than in the southern states, which fair play. I have to say I'm not entirely sure which way I would like this to go. Yes, I am British, I have a certain bias, but the Australians bought me coffee earlier and apparently I'm very easily bought. So yeah, make of that information what you will. Quick thank you to our sponsors as the wind picks up in a big way here on pitch 4. Thank you to the International Canoe Federation, the Chinese Canoe Association, Huzhou City, Deqing County, Yupin Sports, the Guokong Group, Latour Sports and Kailas, and just a little bit of housekeeping for you. The Under-21 men's final will be happening over on pitch 1 at 4:45, so that has moved earlier just to try and make the most of the light while we have it here in Deqing. The weather threatening something chronic. It's been absolutely gorgeous the last 2 days. First 2 days were torrential, then it was lovely, and now we're back to well, feels like home. Referees call lineup, please. Just to confirm, the referees for this match are Andy Fear-Ross and Marzena and Jack Ginter. Sprinting from Australia, once again, it's going to be Steele this time, I think. Zoit's choosing to sit this one out. I'm going to actually revise my stance on the referees, as I think I can see that that's actually Cheryl Fong on the opposite side. My apologies to Cheryl. Sprinting from GB, Bobby Clues. Clues has the edge currently. We shall see if that maintains. Needs to turn a boat away from this. Boat all comes up between them. Big cheer from the Australians. 8 paddle foul, turning the ball over to the Australians once again. So they are 2 for 2 on sprints off the back of fouls. Oh, that's tidy. Milevska takes it in. Clues sits on it. Play on, calls the ref. Beautiful push. McCullough putting Australia in the drink. GB pushing out with a 2 and 2. The pass through Poppy Clues goes nowhere. GB looking to punch now, exploding out of their zone. Australia being forced back into their own half. Husson haranguing Milevska, who is paddleless. GB fully committing to the 5-man press now. It's paid dividends for GB. Ball turns over. McCullough, Husson, over the top. It's not worked for GB. Australia now with a chance to try and close that 3-goal deficit. Steele pivots away. Big calls of go, go, go. Beautiful long ball up to Barkley. Husson is all over it. She just needs to get her hands on it. Paddle foul across the boat of Emmylou Husson. Oh, now what's this going on here? Referee's stopping the game to have a chat about something. I think you can just hear the wind coming through on the ambient sound there. GB with a tailwind now. Called back. Clues. Looking like they're going to be setting up a four-man star here. Clues takes it. They're going to move this ball around to DeMol. Husson. One more pass. She knows that's not her usual standard. Fair play to Husson. How to go. DeMol really giving Barkley some grief, forcing that high pass over the top. GB chasing quite high. Need to commit to the ball. That's it. McCullough needs to get hands on this. Hands on it. That's the one. Don't concede the paddle foul there. You will absolutely kick yourself. Husson brings it up. Clues and McCullough in the zone, opening up that space. Tipped off for a corner. Australia are going to need to switch things up and start chasing this ball down if they're going to stand any chance of closing that deficit. GB starting well out so that they can hit this zone with speed. DeMol acting as this pivot. McNamara takes it in. Over to DeMol, skillfully kept under control, takes the dribble, one-on-one shot with the keeper. McCullough, keeper foul, disallowed. Long ball up to the top. Steele gets hands to it. Palmer brings it up. Has a shot. Good reach from Evie McNamara. Levska finds herself being covered by Clues. Barkley under pressure from Fletcher. Fletcher pushing, pushing, pushing. GB looking to really punch out here. Fletcher moves on to her next victim. Barkley running down the wings. Once again stopped by McNamara. Clues tees up with Milewska. And Australia, they need to really commit to this 5-man press if they're going to stand any chance of getting this ball back. You cannot leave a player unattended. Having said that, there we are. Yeah, that's that felt nasty. Oh, now card for number 1.
What's that?
Matilda Milewska. That's come at a really bad time for Australia. Australia now presumably unable to chase as GB outnumber them. You almost want to let this goal in early and then get back to chase it. Being down to 4 for a full 2 minutes when you've got 3 goals to make up. That's a big ask. An unfortunate fumble. Milewska. GB will now go man-to-man with the goalkeeper. Australia once again being pinned inside their own half. No pass is safe currently. Good defensive work from GB, bringing the ball over to the side and compressing Australia so they've got nowhere to move. And drawing that illegal possession. You cannot have the ball in your possession for longer than 5 seconds. Again, Australia, I do wonder if they should just let this goal in and then bring back up to 5 so that they can chase the ball down. I've said that twice and I seem to be a bit of a bad luck charm for GB. Milewska brings it up. Stopped by the British border control, Jessie Hurt. That's gone rogue. Zoitsas gets her hands to it, needs a pass. Good work by Jessica Harmer to get her boat underneath her opponent and just take control. Zoitsas, good push. The anti-bin limbo. I've employed that many a time. McNamara, lob ball up to the top. Clues now. Cool, calm and collected. Poppy Clues. GB 4, Australia 0. Australia back up to full strength. GB 4, Australia 0. Australia taking their time here, but I really can't afford to be doing that. They need to get some goals on the board now. Barkley, very aware of that. That's an absolute cannon from Barkley. The Oggies and the Oys are out in force. That's a monster. As goals go, that's a beauty. GB surely happy just to sit on this. There's no reason to do anything with this. Ooh, that's not quite where that wanted to land. Zoitsas manages to keep it on the pitch, puts it in front of Hewitt. Zoitsas brings the ball up. GB hot-footing it back to their own half. They're not chasing this. Zoitsas looks for a pass. Finds Harmer. Harmer tries to skin past McCullough. Pass into Steele. Steele looks for the pass inside the zone. Someone needs to put hands in here. McCullough. That was questionable. Yeah, I think probably a reasonable decision by McCullough there, recognising that if that ball was picked up by Australia, GB were not in a position to defend their own goal. This buys them time at least. Oh, that's a very nice pass in the zone. Great run in by Jessica Harmer. 30 seconds left here on pitch 4. Shot clock is now game clock. Ooh, now Demol with too much to do here. Too many boats. Timeout, is that going to be a card? No. GB have to let Harmer in to take this from where the foul occurred. Mull is going to put everything she can into stopping it. It's gone off for a corner. 4 seconds. That is it. Big cheer from the GB contingent on the right-hand side of the grandstand here on pitch 4. Thank you so much for joining me. Commiserations to the Australians. Honestly think if they had brought the same fire that was in that latter half of the first 10 minutes, that really could have been a much closer game. But congratulations to GB. They have qualified for Duisburg 2026.